Hello everyone, this is your favorite Asian boy. Oprah Winfrey reacts to getting cancelled after new revelations. This is the topic of video that I'm going to react on it. Let's dive into the video without wasting any time. Let's see what she says. Here we go.
The curtains are closed. I know it when the cameras aren't running. That's why Oprah Winfrey does not want to.
By the way, are you a fan of Oprah? Please tell me in the comment section.
Put Oprah on blast. Rose recently called out Oprah on Twitter over her past associations with some controversial men. Rose wrote, quote, from being
Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments.
When most people think Oprah, first thing that comes to mind is that she's a legend that's made her mark in the industry.
Yes.
And while this may be true, she has also managed to remain at the center of several scandals over the years. Well, it seems those scandals are starting to catch up with her, as she was recently called out and canceled by the vast majority. But I know that's hard
She
to
became
believe
a scandal
considering the
woman.
standard she's created for herself in the industry, but you'd be surprised about just how shady her journey to the top has been. Good thing you have me, because I'm here with all the gist. So just stay tuned till the end so you don't miss exactly what she did that tipped the public over.
And if the abuser is any good, he or she is going to make you feel like you're a part of it.
As someone in showbiz, it's generally almost impossible to completely avoid scandals. But even with as hard as it may be, Oprah takes the scandal game to the next level, as the television diva has been repeatedly caught up in a series of less than ideal situations. And one thing that has been constant about these situations she's been in is that they usually involve another party. To drive my point, let's take her relationship with Harvey Weinstein, for example. Winfrey and Weinstein have had a professional relationship that stretches back 2 decades. There are many photographs of her kissing and hugging the mogul at awards ceremonies and events sponsored by the Weinstein Company. She has starred in and produced movies that his company distributed, including The Butler and The Great Debaters. For those who may not know, Harvey Weinstein is an American filmmaker who rose to become the face of an abuser for the #MeToo movement. Per the news, 5 years ago, the story that had long been whispered in the halls of agencies and studios, as well as on film and television sets, finally became public. A series of bombshell articles revealed that Harvey Weinstein harassed and assaulted dozens of women for decades and used his power to bully them into silence. According to TMZ,
Really?
Weinstein said Winfrey encouraged him to defend himself publicly, implying that the TV host might have actually been on Weinstein's side against so many women. However, her people said they never spoke directly, and she was only interested in talking to him for a TV interview.
Let's talk about what's happening with Harvey Weinstein. I know you posted on.
So I think this is a watershed moment. And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
Interestingly, Winfrey made no mention of Weinstein during her inspiring Golden Globe speech. She has made it clear during other public utterances on the scandal that the cultural shift underway went much further than Weinstein's crimes alone. In fact, an aspiring actor, Britain's Katia Noble, who spoke at a press conference in November, alleges that Weinstein forced himself on her in a hotel room in Cannes in 2014 and said he used his relationship with Winfrey to groom her. I mean, she could deny it all she wants, but this basically establishes a connection that just seems too close to supporting him. Well, in truth, we shouldn't be too surprised that she might have been on Weinstein's side. I mean, this is someone that lied to the world about getting abused in her book just to boost sales. That's right. And that's not even the only lie she was exposed for in said book, exposure that came from her own family. Although Winfrey claims she never had any new dresses or dolls and had to adopt 2 cockroaches as pets growing up in rural Mississippi, her cousin contends she was actually relatively spoiled as a little girl. In the biography Oprah, author Kitty Kelly has claimed that Winfrey's tales have alienated her from much of her family. Where Oprah got that nonsense about growing up in filth and roaches, I have no idea, Catherine Carr Esters said. I've confronted her and asked, why do you tell such lies? Oprah told me that's what people want to hear. The truth is boring. Esters also added that the man in Oprah's life, Stedman Graham, was not really her partner, but rather a fixture to convince her audience that she was normal. Oprah keeps Stedman around because she wants her audience to accept her as a normal woman with a man in her life, but from what I saw during those 4 years, I can tell you There's nothing there with Stedman. nothing
I'm
at all
learning
thanks
a
to
lot
the
of
speed
things
of
about
landscape
Oprah in
architect
this
who
video.
spent years working for the couple, said the
What
tabloid
she did
also
in the
quoted
past.
Oprah's father, Vernon, as saying, "She may be admired by the world, but I know the truth. So does God, and so does Oprah. Two of us remain ashamed," Vernon said. And you know what they say about liars, it's usually a pattern. This was further proven by the other series of controversies Oprah got caught up in as time passed. One of these was the case of the false guru she brought on her show a while back. He is better known as João de Deus, or John of God. He's a Brazilian medium healer, subject of a profile by Oprah. Faria became famous for his intense methods of healing. Though he doesn't have a medical license, he performs both spiritual healing, praying intensely for believers and placing hands on them to cure their afflictions, and what appear to be actual surgical procedures without anesthesia. Faria has been written about for years since his practice started in 1978, but an episode of Oprah in 2010 devoted to him raised his profile exponentially. Later, 4 women appeared on Brazilian television to accuse Faria of abusing them when they'd come to him for assistance. Speaking on TV Globo, 3 of the women described their encounters with Faria to host Pedro Bial on condition of anonymity. Dutch choreographer Zahira Lineker-Moos decided to be named and said that during one of her trips to see the healer to be cured of the trauma of previous sexual assault, he took her into a back room and had her masturbate him. He then had her pick out a gemstone from a set and granted special treatment. She has also accused him of raping her during another session.
Oh my
You would think
God.
that a scandal like this with her name attached to it would have been a he height. But as I give you these details, it gets even worse. More than a decade ago, the celebrity TV host set out to establish.
After knowing all of this, are you a fan of, still are you a fan of Oprah?
Not so long after its official opening. See, shortly after the all-girls high school opened in 2007, a school matron, Virginia Tiny Makopo, was charged with sexually molesting several girls. At the time, Winfrey flew to South Africa to offer a personal apology to the students and their parents, citing her own experience with sexual abuse, an experience that, if I might add, her own family refutes. Nothing is more serious or devastating to me than an allegation of misconduct by an adult against any girl at the academy, Winfrey said in a statement at the time. "I will do everything within my power to ensure their safety and well-being." But where all of this actually goes south is when it hit the media a couple of months into it that Makopo, the same person that was charged for the evil act against those girls, was acquitted of the charges. And then shortly after, Oprah gets on the news to say this.
And somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is your, it feels good.
Can you imagine just how far she's willing to go just to push her less than ideal narrative? And to top all of these already terrible things that have happened on account of her one way or the other, someone else in the entertainment industry has called her out. The person in question here is the comedian Monique. In a new interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the 55-year-old comedian discusses both the origins and current standings of her public feuds with Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and other celebrities.
This was an informative video about Oprah Winfrey. I was not familiar with these topics, with these scandals of Oprah right till now. So in this video, I have learned a lot of things. I have listened to a lot of things. Let's see what people say about this video. So let's pick a comment. First one is, people need to let Oprah know we know what she is. Yes, it should be done. Not a fan of Oprah and never will be. I think he is a neutral person from the start. Let's see another dangerous comment, by the way. I have called her a priestess of the devil for many years. Looks like I was right. What do you think about Oprah Winfrey? Please tell me in the comment section. Well, video is getting long and long. That's it for today. Make sure to subscribe my channel so that we can meet again. Maybe you're watching me last time. That's why I subscribe my channel.